I welcome you all with love. One of the most important things that we're facing today, that everything seems to be fake. It's like we got fake news and we have fake statistics. We don't really even know the statistics with the COVID virus, not just in the U.S., around the world. So in the newspapers, we have fake news, we have fake kind of reports on almost everything. And so it's very hard to know what isn't fake. The good news is there's absolutely something that is not fake. And that's the light of our human soul. And when we get that that's the most important thing and we can't fake it, it helps us reorganize how we begin to think about the world. One of the biggest things that we hear about today is, well, humans are going to be replaced, by AI. There's no need for humans. We'll just put them on a subsistence slavery salary, and they have to buy only at certain places, and they have to go with what we are teaching them or allow them to say, and then everything's fine. Okay, but that's not life, that's not reality. And so now we have to look at perhaps humans have a value that's not best understood as a material value, how much you can produce, or can you be replaced by AI? That's not the point at all. God didn't put us here on this planet to compete with AI and to be material objects, to be exploited and to be enslaved. We're made in the image of God. The one thing we can know for sure that is true is the light of our own soul, the love of our own soul. So in the disillusion of seeing how much is fake out there, maybe it's best not to focus on that. Maybe it's best to focus on what is real. And as it says in the Torah, we are made in the image of God. We actually have a purpose here on planet, which again is not to be a material being or a slave. It's actually to evolve spiritually. And in that process, uplift all of humanity and uplift the living planet. That's our purpose. We're put here to be the living image of God and to literally merge back into the divine. That changes the whole discussion. And we look at what's going on. Well, we have to eliminate, most of humanity for the planet to survive. That just isn't true. I mean, simple things. If everyone were vegan, we'd have enough food to feed the world 7 times over. If everybody were live food, we could feed the world 12 times over. We're not really having a food shortage. Now, we're trying to create one, by shutting down everything. But the eugenicist approach is a seriously anti-human approach. Okay? And I am sharing the original point of being here, which is to evolve to know God and to ultimately merge with the divine. To get started with that, we have to focus on how to make contact with our own soul. With that, I talk about the 6 foundations and the 7-fold peace. It's a generic approach, eating a plant-based, vegan, 100% vegan, 80% live food at least diet, breathing exercises, yoga, service and charity where we connect at the heart, working with the spiritual teachers and spiritual collectives to support our upliftment, meditation and praying, repeating the name, and receiving as much Shaktipat as possible. That's what we're talking about. That's the 6 foundations. That helps us transcend the mind to get in touch with our soul, the spark of God within us, and to amplify that spark of God into a flame. I also talk about the sevenfold peace, okay? Well, we have the food part, we have the peace with the mind, and one of the things that's so important is peace with the family. What's that about? It is the tantric way of dual, non-dual, becoming one, and through the challenge of intimacy, which scares most people, we're able to move into the unknown and ultimately get to a place where we become intimate with God, intimate with our own soul. Then we have peace with the community and all the levels, the right interface with that. Then we have peace with all the cultures. And from a Native American point of view, we're talking about the rock people, which is the living planet, the plant people, the animal, flying, swimming ones, and ultimately all the human cultures. Okay? And then what I call spiritual ecology, feeling our oneness with the living planet and finally oneness with God. That's why we're here. We're here to not only uplift ourselves, but uplift all humanity and literally the whole living planet. Oh, Mitakuye-Oyasin. It's all a relative. So we as humans have a choice at this time. Are we going to really take our evolvement seriously? Are we really going to put in our minds why we're here on the planet and make it happen? Because we're at a turning point. Where people wanting to eliminate all of humanity versus, hey, no, let's elevate all humanity and become what we're meant to be, the living image of the divine on this living planet. Peace be with you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Mitakuye-Oyasin. Amen.